let's talk about what ryes I like, although I don't really like ryes. Let's go. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. I am Carlos and this is the Whiskey Corner. Thank you everyone for all the support, all the love. If you have not yet done so, the only favor I ask is that you subscribe. That is it. Now, if you're feeling very generous, it will really help out if you could like, comment on the video, and click that bell icon. And lastly, we have a Patreon. So, any little bit counts or helps out. Now, what are we doing today? So, judging by my intro, you already know that we're gonna be seeing what ryes I like. Although I'm a person that says that they do not like rye. While that is true, right? There are certain rye whiskeys that I actually do enjoy. And quite honestly, one of the ones that I am chasing right now for bourbon hunting season is Midwinter's Night Dram, right? And I hope to be getting that in the next few weeks. So hopefully that pans out. So with searching for that and actually the possibility of getting that, I've gone and I'm like, you know what? Why am I going after Midwinter's Night Dram? Isn't that a rye whiskey? But there are certain ryes that I do like. There are certain ryes that I do buy. And there's a lot of them that I haven't tasted, quite honestly, right? Now, one that I would recommend if you're not a rye person that you get into, but you're into bourbon, is Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. So this is a blend of straight whiskeys, and a few of these whiskeys have a higher percentage of rye, right? So that's always something to kind of get you into that. I've tasted a bunch of ryes that I don't actually have bottles here for, but I do have a few bottles. And what I want to do with those bottles is kind of do a taste off. So we're going to go into an elimination tournament. So basically what this is going to consist of is I have these 8, is it 8? Yep, it's 8 whiskeys, rye whiskeys. Now, fair warning, not all of them are created equal. Let me explain. So there are some that are cast strength. There are some that are just, regular ryes. There are some that are bottled in bond, or not bottled in bond, but 100 proof, right? There's a lot of them that are over 100. And there's even some that are blended, right? So out of all of these, I have 8. I want to taste which one is the one that I like the most. I will say that so far, my 2 favorites have been, this was my first favorite, because this is the very first rye that I bought that I was just like blown away with. I was like, hold up, what? This is a rye? So this is Knob Creek cast strength straight rye. And this particular one was barreled in 2010 and says that it's a limited release batch 2. So I love this rye. I quite honestly, there's a second bottle that I have here. And since I've tasted that, I was like, okay, not all ryes are bad. A second one that I truly enjoy is Willet 4-Year. Now, these are both cast strength ryes, and they're both good ryes in my opinion. And if I could just stay with those 2, and that is it, I would love it. But there are some ryes that I've tasted along the way that I actually have bottles for that I like, and some that I don't like as much. So with that said, we're gonna do an elimination. So the next few videos that I'm gonna have out is gonna have these ryes facing off against each other. It's a one single elimination. So it's gonna be blind taste. I'm gonna show you what bottles I have. We're gonna do the blind tasting, and then the one that I enjoy the most, we'll move on to the next round. And then the next round, and then the next round, until there's only 2 left. And then we're gonna see which one is the winner from all of these ryes. Now, take into consideration, I'm a person that says that they do not like rye. And I don't like that minty, like grassy flavor. I do like the spice though. So my prediction is that probably one of the cask strengths are gonna win because they're a little bit heavier on the proof, which will probably be that they're a little spicier, which I like the spice. So that is my prediction. So it could be one of the 2 that I just showed you, but as you see here, there are some other ones that are good contenders. So we have, well, I already showed you the Knob Creek cask strength, which is that one again. I showed you the Willet Rye, 4-year, green top. We have Peerless. Now there's a small bottle just because I was trying it out, but I actually do like it, right? It's not one of my favorites, but it's not bad. And this one is 108 proof. We have one of new favorites that is not cask strength, but it's a blend of rye whiskeys, High West Double Rye. We have one that's very cheap, but is not a bad rye, and I actually do enjoy it. Old Forester, 100 proof rye. We have one that I really did not like at all, and that is Elijah Craig, Elijah Craig Straight Rye. We have what was named the best whiskey of 2020, yada yada yada, and that is Alberta Premium cask strength rye. So I've not opened this. I probably should open it before it actually faces off, so you know it's not more like a neck pour, because it will be at a disadvantage because I believe all of these are open. Yes, so I'll probably open that pretty shortly before we actually get to it. Now what you will see is that there's a wild card, and I had that in there because I quite honestly did not know what to buy. I only had 7, had to go out and buy another one, and I was like, you know, I was up against Wild Turkey 101, the Jack Daniels, Rye Select. There was a bunch of them. Wilderness Trail keeps getting great reviews. There's a bunch of other ones that, I don't know, Stellum Rye, I heard is good. So there was a bunch of them, right? But this particular one won out all of them because I've been searching for this one for a long time. It was available at some point and then it went away, and I recently went into the store and saw this one last bottle at a good price, and that is Bourye Rye. Now, yes, I know what you were thinking. That's not really a rye because it's a blend of bourbon and rye, yada, yada, yada. Doesn't matter. To me, it's a rye, and we're gonna put it in this tournament. That's why it is a wild card. So, it will go up against the other ones. So let's see how it goes. Now, I will do a short little taste and review of Bourye. As you already see, I already got into it, and I do fairly enjoy it. I got my Bourbon Real Talk Glencairn Mini right here, which, you know, comes in handy when you have, when you only want like a little bit of stuff. So we're gonna do a short little review. Won't be too long because I really don't want this video to be long. So let's go in for a nose. Very fruity. It's like cherries, apples, like red apples, like a sweet apple. And like candied fruit. So off the smell, right off the bat, this is really enticing, right? And more fruits, like a lot more fruits. So it's really drawing me in, quite honestly, and I'm glad that I actually got this. So let's go in for a taste. Right now, this isn't the first taste that I've taken of this rye, but first time that I'm reviewing it. So let's go. Cheers. Has the rye spice, caramel vanilla, a little bit of fresh cut grass, a little minty flavor, but not too much, which is what I don't like about rye. You get the fruit, but like dark fruit, like grapes, cherries. I am tasting the, like when you freshly cut an apple, like a red apple, into slices. Let's go in for let's finish this off. Cheers. A little bit of cinnamon. Is that nutmeg? Yeah, a little bit of nutmeg. And then the fruits. So if you have not tasted Bourye, it says a limited sighting, and this batch is from 2019, as it says there in the middle. Because if you don't know, on the High West, this first number is when it was actually bottled. So if you have not tasted Bourye, you like bourbon, and you want to kind of get into more rye whiskeys, that is a really great one. I already told you about Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, but that is a really good one to like get you into it, right? Because it has a little bit of both, and best of both worlds, quite honestly. What I do not like about rye isn't that prominent there, right? It's very dumbed down, and it's dumbed down by the rest of it. Right now, I still have a long-lasting like mouthfeel, but it's more of like the rye spices, which I love, right? And the vanilla and the caramel. So it's a really, really good combination. If you have not tasted it, I suggest you try to taste it. If you have not seen it, definitely go look for it, because this is really a good one. And like I said, I seen it maybe like a year ago, and then I haven't seen it since, and then I saw that one bottle at a store that I went to just the other day. So that is a good one. That's probably gonna do pretty good in this tournament, just because it has those bourbon characteristics as well. But let's see how everything comes out. What are your predictions? Let me know, which one of these are you expecting to win for a person that doesn't like rye to be able to push forward to the next, I guess, the next level, the next bracket? Yeah, the next bracket. And which one is gonna come on top? Have you tasted any of these? What are your thoughts? What out of all of these is your favorite? Please comment below. Please do me the favor of subscribing, only thing that I ask. But if you're feeling generous, like, click that bell icon. I already told you to comment. And if you're feeling very generous, you can, become a Patreon for as little as, I don't know, was it $3 that I put there? Yeah, for as little as $3 a month. That is all. It will be appreciated, and it will go back to the channel and more bottles for me to review and talk to you guys about. So with that said, thank you for joining. I am Carlos. This is the Whiskey Corner, and well, enjoy that whiskey. I usually end this with taking a last sip, but I drank it all. It's really good. Enjoy that whiskey, guys.